Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Hey, great day, everyone. I'm Deloris with CEO of Divine Connections. So excited. Want to personally invite you to Divine Connections 12th magazine anniversary. We're going to have vendors and speakers and sponsors and gospel groups, and we want you to be a part. So get your ticket before February 20th to get yourself featured in Divine Connections magazine. The link below, and I will see you there. That is Saturday, March 26th. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. Well, great day, everyone. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections magazine. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. We're going to have some phenomenal and great information to share with you on today. So again, yes, it is exciting because my 12th magazine anniversary is coming, and we are celebrating women. We're going to have vendors, we're going to have sponsors, we're going to have speakers, we're going to have gospel groups. So I am so excited. So lock that date in on Saturday, March 26th at Beyond Measure Ministries, 904 East Main Street. That is going to be phenomenal, and tickets are $45, and we'll be celebrating women. So if you have a business, if you have a ministry, or you just an awesome woman, a mother, a grandmother, and we go through a lot of things, but we know that women are powerful. We want to celebrate you. And so get your tickets. We're going to try to get them before February 20th, because I want you in the next issue of Divine Connections magazine. You get a 4th page ad in the magazine once you purchase the ticket for only $45. And that's going to run for 3 months, the biggest special and the biggest deal ever. All right. So we want you to be a part, but get in that before February 20th if you can. If you can't lock in before that date, you can still be a part, but your segment will be in the next issue. And then we'll definitely still see you at the March 26th event. Okay. So definitely go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events, and let's make it happen. I also do have sponsorships available. As well, have 6 more spots, packages to be a sponsor. Maybe you're not here and you want to attend and support celebrating women with Divine Connections. You definitely can do that. I have 6 more spots in order for you to do that. And then we will also market you as we continue to share information about Divine Connections. All right. So I definitely look forward to seeing and hearing from you all. All right. So awesome. So how can you, what else can you do to be a part? All right, so Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out in print as well as online quarterly. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And so you can have an opportunity to do a half page or a full page, our options as well. And those ad runs for 3 months. So you can definitely email me and let me know that you are interested in being a part of Divine Connections magazine and advertising in that, and then we can go from there. Awesome. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? You simply go to our website and join our email list. Our website is divineconnectionsmagazine.com. All right. And there you can go and join our email list, and you'll get updates and news about Divine Connections. Next, we have our Facebook page. Go and like that. It is Divine Connections Marketing. And then we are also on Instagram, so follow us there at Divine Connections. And then we have our YouTube channel where you can subscribe and click the notification button at The Divine Connections. And so those are the ways that you can definitely stay connected and we can work together to make things happen. Awesome. If you have not done so already, go ahead and get your copy of Divine Connections Magazine. All right. At divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. This is our current issue. Right now, we have phenomenal things going on, and you want to make it happen and connect with these awesome people. Great things going on. They're great connections. Okay. So go ahead and get your copy. It's in print as well as online. All right, next on our agenda is sponsorship. If you have a 30-second commercial and you would like to be a part of Divine Connections interviews, we have those before and after the interviews. All right, so while we are spreading the good news, they can see and hear about who you are and what you do either before or after the interviews. Okay, and so we will run that for 3 months for $150. So if you have a 30-second commercial, I would love for you to be a sponsor, and let's make it happen together, and we'll help spread your good news. Okay, next on our agenda, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial, you can do so. We can help create that. We would love to serve you. If you have a business, if you have a ministry, a book, or a gospel group, or an event, we would love to create a 30-second or a 60-second commercial just for you. So let's talk about it. Email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. I am honored and blessed that the Lord has given me another opportunity to write a book, and it is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. And I talk about the strategies and the nuggets on how I've built Divine Connections and just life in general. Of course, with the help of the Lord and having faith in God is number one. So go to Amazon. It is on Amazon as well, or go to the link below and get your copy of of The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. All right. Also, again, mark down the calendar, mark your date for Saturday, March 26th, Divine Connections 12th magazine anniversary. We are having vendors and speakers and sponsors and gospel groups. We would love for you to attend, and we want to celebrate you. So if you get your ticket before February 20th, tickets are $45. We will also have a 4th-page ad in the magazine for you if you get in by February 20th. Now, if you get in after February 20th, that's fine too. You'll just be in the next quarterly issue as well. And we will see you at Divine Connections 12th magazine anniversary on Saturday, March 26th. We look forward to it. We're going to celebrate women. That's one of the biggest things that we're doing. As women, we do a lot in life, a lot for the family, a lot in the community, and we're going to celebrate and come together and just enjoy Jesus and network, okay? And so we're going to definitely make it happen because that is what we do. Last but not least, I am honored to be a part of the Rhythm of Gospel Awards as well. I'm nominated in 2 categories, number 57 and 62. And so you go to the website, the rhythmofgospelawards.com, click on online voting, and then you vote in every category in order to make your vote count. If you don't know somebody in a category, just go click somebody's and be a blessing to somebody. But when you get down to number 57 and 62, make sure you click Deloris Williams and Divine Connection. So 57 is Gospel Internet Promotion and a Marketing Group of the Year. And number 62 is Print Press Media Group of the Year. So number 57 and 62, Deloris Williams and Divine Connections. And I greatly appreciate the opportunity for you to share your vote with us. And you can do this up until March 5th, okay? They're running to March 5th and it's unlimited. So I will greatly appreciate your vote. All right. So that is the Divine Connection news. Thank you all for everything that you have done and continue to do. Let's continue to work together and make it happen. And so today I have a phenomenal guest on the line. And I am so excited that she is here. Just recently, I met her through a connection, Miss Felicia Jones. Miss Felicia Jones, she did an awesome poem for me a couple of years back, and she connected with me, and then she connected this young lady with me. So Miss Kai, I call her Kai, is in the house. How
Hi
are you?
there. I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing well. Well, welcome and thank you for coming on today.
Well, thank you for having me. And yeah, my aunt is very phenomenal. She's amazing. Aunt Felicia.
It is.
Yeah, she definitely has a way with words.
Yes, shout out to Miss Felicia Jones. I mean, like I had to go back and look at it, and I'm like in awe every time I hear it. It's like, wow, that is definitely a
Mhm.
gift and anointing to do that. And so, she has connected me with this beautiful young lady. So, tell everybody about yourself and where you're from.
Yeah, so as you introduced, my name is Caila Coleman. I'm an attorney. I practice in Orlando, Florida. I'm licensed to practice all over Florida, but I mainly handle cases in Central and North Florida. I
Mm-hmm,
do family law and some criminal defense. And then I also do legal correspondence work for national news and local television as well. So a lot of times when I talk about legal correspondence work, people are like, what is that? So like it's really when you see those people on CNN, court TV, things of that nature, when they bring in an expert to talk about a legal aspect of a case, I'm one
mm-hmm.
of those people. So yep. Oh, and then also too, I'm a newly minted AKA.
Oh,
So it's
great.
about 2 months on the 19th of February. So that's my sorority. Got to give them a shout out too.
Awesome. So let's get in. Well, congratulations, first of all. And
Thank
then
you.
you are welcome. She is doing big things. So let's get into exactly some of the things you do. Go into a little bit more detail so we can understand what you provide as far as information legally and how all that works. And then, with the television shows or different things that come up in the community and how you work with that.
Yeah, so we can start with the community. When it comes to Orlando, what I've done here, I've sat on many legal panels
Mm-hmm,
because a lot of times people just want to know what their basic rights are. For example, what to do if you're stopped by a police officer on the street or in a traffic stop, like basic things like that, which people don't know what their rights are. I love to give education on that. So I've
mm-hmm,
hosted several legal panels on that. I also have a podcast called Natural Legalista where I break down news stories from the headlines. One of the main things that I've seen, which is kind of crazy lately, have been people who have been murdered from dating on dating apps.
mm-hmm.
So that's been something that's been happening a lot. So on my podcast, I discuss those kind of cases, what the legal ramifications could be. And then I also, we try to have some fun on there too. So it's not all uptight all the time. As far as my practice is concerned, the name of my practice is Coleman Law LLC. And like I
Mhm,
told you before, I handle family law and some criminal defense. So with family law, my favorite cases are paternity cases. So
mhm.
this is typically where I'm representing a dad because I love representing really good fathers. If you're a good dad and you feel like the legal system is not treating you right, I'm definitely the lawyer for the job. So I
Mhm,
get in, I help establish rights for fathers, I help with child support issues, domestic violence issues too. And a
mhm.
lot of my criminal cases I take from family law cases because those things can kind of be coupled together. So you
Mhm.
might have had like domestic violence, like I said before, which might be a criminal charge, or you might have an injunction. Those are the types of cases that I handle. And then
Mm.
when it comes to news, reporters and whatnot will reach out to me just to ask for comments on certain cases.
Yeah.
So we know how we had Ahmaud Arbery's case and George Floyd. So I was heavy on the news discussing those things and what could possibly play out in the courtroom, like from jury selection to judges making rulings on motions. So I hope I'm not talking too much over
No.
anybody's head, but I do a lot of different things. But mainly at the end of the day, I love discussing the law and I
Mhm.
love helping people get through rough patches in their life.
Wow, that's awesome. So let's go back to the beginning when you said you can share or educate people on like if they get stopped. You want to give some pointers on that?
Yeah, I mean, I know that that is a very scary thing. You have two camps of thought. One is, okay, have everything recorded, maybe argue with the police officer on the side of the road. And then you have the camp that I'm in, have everything recorded, but let the lawyers deal with it after. So do everything that you're told to do, but make it home alive. So the tips that I give people are: one, don't argue your case on the side of the road ever. Ask a police officer why you're being stopped, provide your license and registration, and keep it moving from there. If you can, I know that there are things now that allow you to keep your license and whatnot in the visor of your car. So then that way you can wait until the police officer gets to the car, then ask permission to pull down your visor and retrieve your license.
Okay.
If not, if you're stopped, everything you want to do, you want to make sure that there's an announcement of what you're going to do. So some people keep their registration in their glove box, their glove compartment in the passenger seat. You'll ask permission, hey, officer, may I please reach into the glove compartment? I'm going to grab my registration. So things like that, announcing your movements, keeping your hand on the steering wheel, and making sure that it's visible. Some people too, if you're not riding dirty, if you don't have anything illegal in your car, some people like to put on the headlight, the overhead light in the car, so that the officer can see everything in the car and see your hands clearly. Another thing that I would tell people to do is, if you can't video record what's going on, it's always good to call somebody on the phone. If you can FaceTime them so they can see what's going on too, it'll make an even better witness if you have to go to court. If not, just have somebody on the phone so they can hear what's going on. I know that there are some apps that are out there that allow you to record a police encounter. I'm not as familiar with those, but I mean, just turning on your phone camera should be enough, or making a phone call should be enough.
Awesome. Those are definitely some good tips with a lot of things going on. So just knowledge of knowing, or getting some information is great. So how do you go about getting information? Like, how do you get called out to different areas, different reports, so you can report on different situations and share the legal information? How do you do that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like the name of, your magazine, Divine Connections. I'll be honest with you on that. My first time being on national TV, I had zero TV experience. I literally was having a really bad day. I went to lay down and take a nap. I put my phone on silent, I promise you. But some kind of way, the phone still rang when my friend called me, who's an attorney, and she was like, hey, Court TV asked me to discuss this murder case that's going on in, I think it was Seminole County at the time. I'm not going to be able to do it. Can you do it for me? And I just said, yes. Zero experience on TV, never tried a murder case at all in my life. But I was like, hey, I'm a former public defender. I have criminal background knowledge. I can analyze a case to a T.
Okay.
I went down there, I did the thing, and they called me back. They kept calling me to come. So it's one of those things about saying yes to opportunities that you feel in your gut are right for you, even if you might be afraid. Had I not done that, I would have never known what it was like to be on TV. And I don't think that fire would have been lit on me, under me, to continue in those endeavors. And then once, your phone number is passed to one person, it's passed to a ton of people. There have been times where reporters have called me and I have to ask, how did you even get my phone number? And they'll be like, well, I have my ways, or they'll be like, somebody else gave it to me. So then on top of that too, I was the chairwoman of the police review board here in Orlando. So I did have a lot of changes that I helped with for the police here in Orlando, and my phone definitely was ringing. Anytime a police officer got in trouble for anything, I was the first person that they called to discuss that case.
Awesome. So you just do that? Is it in Florida? Is that the only state, or you do that in other states as well?
The police review board, where I was chairman, that just ended in October, but I had been on the board since 2015. And yes, that was just in Orlando.
Okay.
However, I enjoy doing that type of work. And no matter where I go, wherever I can help when it comes to police and changing the way they interact with citizens, I'm on board for it. And I've been approached by other people in different states and cities that have been trying to create a police review board and wanted to have some pointers and tips on it. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we definitely appreciate you and the stand that you're taking, and then the gift that you have to go through different cases and find the best scenario and to help those that need help as well. Do you want to share any other examples or workshops that you have coming or that you have experienced?
Well, I mean, I enjoy doing what I do. I don't know if your listeners were, going to give connections, other divine connections, but I'm looking to work with other networks as well. So if there's anybody that's watching or listening that knows any network television that would like to have another legal analyst on, I would love to join that team and come and discuss cases. One thing that I think is missing from television and news in general is new, fresh voices. We see the same people all the time talking, and no dig at anybody that's doing it, because that is definitely the Lord's work. People need to be speaking, but I do think we need fresh voices, different perspectives, and younger faces as well.
Yes.
I'm 33 years old. I've been practicing law for almost 8 years now. And so I don't see a lot of young lawyers on TV discussing things.
Yeah.
Young lawyers that look like me. I'll
That's
say that. Black people make up 5% of the profession, the legal profession. 2% are Black women. So that should tell you right there how many times you might see a Black woman on TV discussing legal topics. You don't see us often. So if there is anybody that's listening that knows that there needs to be a different voice out there and would like to connect me to those people, I definitely would enjoy that.
Awesome, awesome. So do you take individual cases, like if somebody was watching this and they had a concern, like you were talking about men being, great fathers, but whatever's going on situation, are you able to follow up and are they able to connect with you and ask questions?
Yes, ma'am. So you have my information right here on the screen. If there's somebody that's watching and you live in Florida in particular, whether you're a dad or you're a mom, whatever, I love representing good dads. So I just want to make sure to throw that out there. But yeah, you can reach me, especially if it's a family law case or if it's a criminal case and you need some help, feel free to reach out. I do take individual clients as well. But we would need to set up a consultation first, and you have my contact info there if anyone needs to reach me.
Awesome, awesome. So doing the business that you're doing, what have you seen? Have you seen improvement in different things or situations that maybe you were able to process with the things that you do? Have you seen improvement in the law?
Yeah. So when we're talking about, let's say police, for example, with me having been the chairwoman of the police review board, when I first moved to Orlando, only a select few officers had body camera, meaning that if they were stopping somebody, only a few of them had a camera to record the interaction. And I'm thinking something is wrong with that, because one, this is a major city. There should be no reason why all officers don't have body cameras. That's ridiculous.
Right.
So during my time, I made sure that all officers had body camera. And then if I saw any issues come up, I would address that. For example, they were like, okay, well, we have body camera, but our batteries are dying. Okay, well, let's get a battery. Let's
Right.
get policies in place. If you don't hit that button to start recording when you're arresting somebody, we need some policies in place for you to be sanctioned. So we have that. And I just want people to know that there are people in the background that are fighting for rights like that you have no idea are fighting for you, you know? So just because you don't always see those people that are fighting doesn't mean that the fight isn't happening. So that's one big improvement that I've seen, especially when it comes to police encounters with citizens, is that body camera is a big push.
Yes.
And releasing that body camera has been a big push as well. That's what I've seen the changes in the law on my side occur. When it comes to paternity and family law cases, what I've seen a lot in Florida, at least, our males are starting to get more deference when it comes to having a relationship with their children. Back in the day, when I first started practicing law, which wasn't too long ago, but dads really did not have a fair shot at a lot of things. It's like they were coming in and they were already on the losing end. But now I'm seeing a court, if a dad comes in and the dad is asking for custody or rights or anything, because they've stepped foot in the courtroom and because they've shown themselves and proven themselves, a judge is more likely to, rule in their favor if they're doing the right things. Whereas before it was an uphill battle. So those are just some of the improvements that I've seen with the law, and I'm hopeful that it will continue to move forward in a positive direction.
Amen to that. So do you have like connections with other people, since you're just in one state? Do you have connections with other people like yourself, maybe in North Carolina or different states like that?
Oh, yes, ma'am. People call me all the time from different states, from different cities. And if I'm not able to help, then yeah, I definitely will shoot a text message to somebody that I might know in their city. There are also Facebook groups where people who look like me, other lawyers that are Black, that are women, that have their own law firms, we definitely help each other out. We stay connected. If there's ever a time where I don't know an attorney in a certain city, I'll put a post out to say, hey, does anybody practice this particular law in this city? And if they don't, they connect me with somebody that does. So that is one of the perks of being a lawyer, is that you do have connections pretty much all over, even international, if you need international help.
Awesome, awesome. And you talked about educating different people. So do you have workshops?
Yes, ma'am. So I haven't done a panel in a while only because of COVID.
Yeah.
But I know that as we begin to open up the world again and we're more comfortable doing things in person, I'm always open to speak on a panel. That's one of my passions. I want people to know their rights and I want them to feel empowered anytime that they step on the street and may encounter a police officer. I want them to feel confident and I want them to feel safe.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Anything else you want to share? That's great information.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm well, I can come back whenever you need me. I enjoy having discussions like this. The more that I can get my face out there and for people to hear my voice and know what I stand for, the better, opportunities that I will have. Likewise for you, this really is a divine connection.
Awesome. Have you had any challenges?
Yeah, as a Black woman, I just actually had an experience in the courtroom today. A lot of our things are still virtual right now, unless we're having trial.
Mhm.
But it's just the respect portion of it. So, like
Mhm.
I told you before, Black people make up 5% of this profession,
Mhm.
2% Black women. So today in court, it's the microaggressions.
Mhm.
I had a person that tried to address me by name, my first name in the courtroom, that just called me Caila. That's not how I conduct business. If I am in a courtroom and I am an attorney, you are to address me as Attorney Coleman. That's
Mhm.
it. We are not friends.
Right.
So it's those things. Demanding respect or commanding respect when I step into the courtroom is a big thing for me because
Mhm.
I've gone to courtrooms before where I've been dressed in a suit to the nines and
Mhm.
people have confused me for a defendant. They've
Mhm.
confused me for a court reporter or somebody other than a lawyer.
Mhm.
And those are one of the things that we face as Black women in this profession or women in this profession in general.
Mhm. What if somebody was interested in getting into this profession? How would that? What do you suggest for that?
Yes, ma'am. So the way to do that, if you want to become a lawyer, you're of course going to go to college first, get whatever degree, your 4-year background. You can have any major to get into law school.
Mhm.
And then, of course, go to law school for 3 years and try to intern up under somebody, find a mentor, and then that's the way to get in. But I know Kim Kardashian is setting a little bit of a precedent because she did not go to law school, but she's trying to take the bar right now. So apparently there are other ways to become a lawyer, but the
Mhm.
way I would suggest is, of course, college, law school, and then getting into practice.
Awesome, awesome. So, what are your other things that you plan to do in the future with this, other than continue what you're doing?
Yes, ma'am. I'm open. I
Mhm.
love meeting people. I love talking. I love getting to know people's stories. I wouldn't be surprised if I wrote something,
Okay.
or if I, were to have my own show one day outside of my podcast. I am so open because I don't believe in placing people in boxes.
Mhm.
Being a lawyer is one of the titles that I have, but I
Mhm.
have many other roles that I play. I'm a daughter. I'm an auntie. I'm an AKA. I have so
Yeah.
many other facets about me that I don't want to just be placed in one box. And I
Mhm.
want people to know that if you are a lawyer, you have a life.
That's
You have
right.
other responsibilities as well. You're not just a lawyer 24/7.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Anything else you want to share and when leave us with a word of encouragement?
Well, definitely my word of encouragement would be to go after your dreams and not be afraid to pivot in your career if something is not working for you. I'm
Mhm.
in the process of pivoting now. I want to go full time into television.
Okay.
And I'm only going to give people encouragement and advice on things that I know. And what I know is that taking a risk on yourself, betting on yourself, believing in yourself is always going to be helpful.
For
And
sure.
to not be afraid. We only have one life. I'm 33. I don't know when I'm going to leave this world, how long I'm going to be here, but I know that while I'm here, I'm going to have a good time
Come
and
on.
I'm going to live. So that would be my word of encouragement. Go after your goals, go after your dreams, no matter if you're afraid or not. You do it afraid, but still do it with confidence.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Attorney Kyla. I
Yes, ma'am.
said it right.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate you coming on today and sharing that information. I don't want to forget anything. Is anything else before we leave?
Not that I know of. You have my contact and all of that good stuff up there.
Okay, awesome. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on, and we're definitely going to stay connected. Because you're definitely needed. You know that,
Yes,
like you
ma'am.
said, it's only 5%. So whoo, yeah, that's small, but I think we'll be able when people like you come on. There, it's encouraging others. Like, hey, you can do this as well. If you
Hmm.
have that desire and that discipline to do so. So thank you for coming on today. Grateful for you doing what you do and being an advocate for what you do as well, and sharing that good news to our community.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So hold tight. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connection. You guys make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ, and hold tight. And thank you again for coming on, and just hold on for us while we go to our sponsors.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.
Hey, great day, everyone. I'm Deloris Williams with CEO of Divine Connections. So excited. Want to personally invite you to Divine Connections 12th magazine anniversary. We're going to have vendors and speakers and sponsors and gospel groups, and we want you to be a part. So get your ticket before February 20th to get yourself featured in Divine Connections magazine. The link below, and I will see you there. That is Saturday, March 26th. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.